Good evening, everybody. This is Danny Don't Go In 237, and this is a video response to CinemaniacSeventy7's contest in celebration of his 2,000 subscribers. Congratulations, Donny. That's awesome. You're a great YouTuber. I've been enjoying watching your videos for a couple years now. You're always it's always such a pleasure to see you show everything that you've picked up, and watch you opening surprise packages from people, and just the enthusiasm you have for movies is it's just a joy to watch, and you know, those of us who are as passionate about movies as you are, we really get a nice thrill out of it. So you're just a terrific addition to this community here, and I'd like to say I think this is my first contest entry of any kind. I never seem to have the time to do it, so let me go ahead and do it. Let me get to it. So we're supposed to list our favorite movie or movies from 1977, which is the year Donny was born. I was pretty excited that he picked that year, because two movies that are in my top 10 favorite movies of all time came out in 1977. A lot of other films I liked came out in 77, but yeah, two of my two movies that are almost always, my top 10 changes, depending on, what day it is and if the planets are aligned. But yeah, two movies almost always wind up back on there. So let me go ahead and start out with this one. I'm sure a lot of people I've already seen a few other people list this one, and I'm sure other people are going to. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. This may very well be my favorite movie. Again, that changes, and it depends, but this might be my favorite movie. I just think this is a very, I just think this is a brilliant movie. I think it's a very moving movie, a very challenging movie, a very dark movie. I think it's Spielberg's best movie. Yeah, and this is a great addition. This is the thick, when it first came out, this is the thick, box set. It's a shame now it's been released on like a quadruple feature as just one of the features, which that's fine, but it definitely deserves this treatment. So yeah, this is definitely in my top 10, if not in my top 2 or 3. And then we move on to another one in my top 10. I'm afraid I don't have an individual release of this. I only have it as part of a box set. Eraserhead. Yeah, Eraserhead is another one that's easily in my top 10, probably my top 5. I'm sure some people, most people would probably say David Lynch has made better movies than Eraserhead, that Eraserhead was a stepping stone toward his other work. But as much as I love Blue Velvet, and I love Wild at Heart, and I love Lost Highway and Mulholland Drive, and I love everything he's done. I even love Dune. I'm a huge fan of Dune. Despite that, I still think this is his best movie. I think this movie just takes you to another planet. This movie is, your sense of reality actually becomes warped after watching this movie. So those two are definitely those are the two official entries in this video. Those are, go far beyond any other movie from 77 as far as how much I love them. Those two movies are extremely passionate about, extremely special movies to me. But a couple other ones that I very much like from 77 that I own. Wes Craven's The Hills Have Eyes. Great movie. Really good follow-up to Last House on the Left. And Really shows Wes Craven had become more sophisticated as a filmmaker since Last House, but even though this is only his second movie after that. And then we've got this fever dream, House. This is another great movie. This is just insane. It's indescribable. I would say it's actually weirder than Eraserhead, but in a much more kind of whimsical and just crazy way. You know, it's not the same. It doesn't have the same level of intense, otherworldly creepiness of Eraserhead. But yeah, this is just as an exercise in surrealism. This movies don't get much more out there than this one. And then several movies that I don't own, but that I like. Annie Hall, one of, if not Woody Allen's best movie. The Kentucky Fried Movie, from the Zucker brothers and John Landis, and Jim Abrams. Great collection of comedy skits. Really, really funny movie. Smokey and the Bandit, of course. Classic, starring Burt Reynolds and Jackie Gleason and Paul Williams. Sally Field. The Goodbye Girl, starring Richard Dreyfuss and Marcia Mason. That's a terrific movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but I really, really like that movie. And then for my eccentric pick that I'm going to throw out there, I'm going to have to throw out Exorcist II: The Heretic, which has a reputation as being an utter disaster, which it absolutely is. It is a disaster. As far as being a what's the word? As far as being a worthy sequel to The Exorcist, it's absolutely nothing like The Exorcist. It takes certain aspects of the original story and runs in a completely different direction. And it's a failure in a lot of ways. It's a very the acting isn't very good, the screenplay isn't very good, so there are a lot of things about it that are just not good. Having said that, it's an absolutely fascinating movie to watch. Cinematography is amazing, the special effects are great, there's some unbelievably striking imagery that just people, most people will never get to see because they've heard how terrible a movie it is. And then it's like, it's like Plan 9 from Outer Space for the 70s. And it really isn't. It's bad. It's a mess. But it is it's probably one of the most interesting and original messes ever filmed. So my two official entries in here are Close Encounters of the Third Kind and Eraserhead. And then I listed a few other movies that I really enjoy. And, if you haven't seen any of them, I hope that you seek them out and see them. And, Donny, I hope that you approve of my entries. I didn't mention the one you asked me not to mention, although it's up there. And I hope you enjoyed the video. And once again, congratulations on 2,000 subscribers, buddy. You really deserve it. Okay? So, everybody have a good night. And I'll be back soon with another video. Bye.